Highlights as starlets fired blanks at the Ulinzi Sports Complex against the Tunisians.
Kenya 0, Tunisia 0. 27 minutes déjà jouées, le Kenya 0.
Tutatia bidii katika ile preparations za wasichana. Already tumeona imekuwa matokeo sio mbaya sana, lakini kuna room for improvement, and I'm sure the team will do better next time.
They may have drawn, but when you watch the game, those of you who are there throughout from the beginning, they did a good job. And from the training that we've had, from the preparations that they have had, we are quite happy that even if they went to Tunisia next week, on 24th, they will be able to do a startling job. And therefore, as government, we are quite happy.
Well, that's President Hussein Mohammed, and PS Tum. I'd be keen to know the thoughts of Odemba on this. But Shitera, before I come to you, Brent and Zito are the stadium, and probably they took their bad luck there.
And they are ladies.
Yeah, in this game, actually.
The Eunice Karuiru.
It's actually the entire RMS Sports team.
Yes. I think it was sad that the first time she steps there, that is what happened. And I was asking, could it be the reason we couldn't score?
But Shitera, going into it, our scoring boots were left at home. And these are the starlets we've known for long. Starlets has been a giant in Africa, and you know that. You've traveled with them, they've been at Aucon, they've been beating teams left, right, and center. But now at home, against the Tunisians, a barren draw, we are going to Tunis. We all know what that means, and the tactics the Arab North uses when they face teams from this region.
I think the government is happy, but the fans are not happy at all.
I'm not happy as much.
Yeah, because when the squad was released, I even told you that Coach Belly Odemba will have a headache to know which striker to start with. But apparently, she started with no striker. And I think the coach is becoming a Maresca in the making. You have the right people, but you can't put them in a formation that they will win. I'm optimistic that if she changes things, I think we might get the results in Tunisia. It's very possible. But again, going back to what you've said, that the Arabs tactically and their psychological pain they really inflict in our teams when you go there might really turn the tables against us. But let Coach Belly Odemba get the right squad for the game. We will get the results, because it's ironical that Gentrix Shikangwa, she's a top scorer at Simba, and she can't even start the game.
Actually, that's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
Why was Gentrix on the bench, yet she is one of the most potent weapon you need when you're hunting for goals?
Mora Bundi, another prolific striker, again, not on her starting list. These are just questions that Kenyans are asking that I may not be a coach, but at least I understand the game. Why get Gentrix Chikangwa, Janet Mora Bundi? These are top strikers, lethal, then have them on the bench. We really need to get questions. And I listened to her post-match analysis, and she was spot on. She said that tactically we played well. The Tunisians were not able to break and get a goal. I agree with her. The defense was really good. Enes Mudezi Mango is a very good defender. The midfield built up very well, but our undoing was the striking, the finishing power. And she understood all this. So Coach Beldin, I think as we head to Tunisia, it's an uphill task because getting a result in Tunisia will be difficult. But again,
Brenda, yes.
I live to have the history that really we lost in Cameroon, but came back in Kenya, turned the tables, and we won against the Cameroonians through penalty. So I'm hopeful that she will do something that will give us the results. Because if we do not get the results, and these are the people who are putting us on that map, the ladies are really doing a good job.
A do or die match in Tunis, no margin for error, Brenda. Real quick, what must she change when you're facing the Tunisians?
First things first, the Tunisian side are very beatable. They looked beatable here. No matter the tactics that they would want to employ in Tunis, we have a good team. Let Beldin correct the mistakes. Let him have a listening ear, because it was not by fluke that you have a team that cannot score. Because if easily this was a match that you would have won by 4 goals or more, but at least 4 goals. That's all purely wasted chances, or chances that could not find a striker. At some point, I felt like Elizabeth Ombui was overburdened on the wings, because if she's not there to receive the ball, we count it closed. So, yeah, the Shikangwas of this world are not top on the leagues where they play.
Yeah, actually in Simba Queens of Tanzania, she's banging goals every day.
They do not top it by fluke. They top it because they have the tactic, they are good players. So use that, like capitalize on the talent that you do have. So the only thing that Beldin needs to do is she has a good team, a team that has exposure. So chances of them facing stage fright is not there, because they're facing an equally new side. The Tunisian team is not, it's not that good. I mean, yes, Tunisia has a name because of what it's the male side do and the facilities that they do have, and the disparities are there, but it does not mean that we cannot beat them. So it's a matter of fielding the right players, employing the right tactics, and we'll be home.
Zita, you are at the stadium, probably watching the Tunisians. What are the weak areas we need to go exploit?
Starting from the goalkeeper, because if we would have been making the hard shots to the goalkeeper, of course, we will have gotten something from that. But again, because we lacked a striker, we didn't have that opportunity of trying more of the goalkeeper. We saw the mistake that the goalkeeper did from there. But again, I think we were very strong looking at the way even our midfield was playing. We were very strong. The only thing that we lacked is the finishing power that we lacked. And seeing that a lot of players were played... Yep, a lot of players were played off position. Look at Fasila. Is it Fasila Adhiambo, who is an offensive, but Ali played a very different role, but she did very well there. So for me, I think as a coach, of course, when you're in the camp, you want to try a player from different positions. You want to see what they are doing. But again, if you do that in a game that it's a must-win game, you have to win that game. You do a mistake like that, in that game, you have to win. But again, what Beldin, of course, she knows what she did, a mistake, and she's going to correct it. I know by the next game, we're playing on Tuesday, that is on Wednesday. We are going to do what to
Have
win,
you talked to her?
to win that match. She's a good friend of mine, so but trust you me, we will win that match, and you'll start praising her.
No, I've not.
You will start praising her.
I've not said that I'm not praising Beldin.
She's been doing a lot of things.
I'm not praising her tactics, and that's why I said she's
she used a very different tactics.
I said she's a Maresca in the making. You have the right team, but you can't use it.
See a lot of points raised here, but of course, time is of essence, because if it's Wednesday, today is Monday. Very, very minimal time, but you've had all the issues raised. We want to trust in Odemba's experience and ability to turn these around. What are you looking forward to in Tunis?
First, I don't want to belabor the points that my colleagues have spoken to already. And it's true that indeed there was some discomfort with the selection. But there's something that many people are not saying. That I watched the match myself, and Tunisia was very good technically. I noticed that. We may talk about the players who are benched and all that, but I want to assure you that Tunisia had their game plan and they well executed it. What do you think we need to unlock from that strength you are talking about? Basically, and this is the issue I have already. Already it is all over that the coach's job is people are saying she's going to be fired. And it's not just, it has been reported widely. It has been said that Alumira may be the person who is going to take over from this. And I don't think this would have been the best decision even to let the coach and the players know at this point in time. This should have been a discussion after the match in Tunisia. Of course, I listened to the... In fact, even the assistant coach is not traveling. The president, Hussein Mohammed, for him, he spoke well because he said that the result is not very bad because we didn't lose. And it's possible, by the way, Tunisia is beatable at home. I still believe. But now that conversation is there, and some of our friends from the Federation have told us that indeed it is a decision that has been made that could be her last match in charge, then it makes, that motivation, is taken away. It has a knock-on effect. It's not a very good one. But also, Swila is to say this, let me bring an issue that many people may forget. And this one is not only for the current coach, it's for the team and even for maybe the coach who will come later. You know, the last friendlies that you have seen last year being played for the Harambee Stars men's side and the female side, you realize it was very different. Our male side, the Harambee Stars that is, had a lot of quality friendlies, if you remember. And after that, of course, we never got something out of them. The last friendly that we played with Beldin in charge was against... The pink something, is it the pink some junior teams in Morocco. Pink. And let me tell you, there's money that comes from FIFA. And because of that FIFA World program, there are matches that you must play, a certain number of matches, to justify the next funding. You understand? Let me just say this. It is very important, even for the, maybe whether it's Beldino or another person who comes, that we ensure that we also give our ladies quality friendlies and in every FIFA window that is possible, so that we don't have the team only coming to play when we are going for such serious matches. For qualifiers. This one is like what I said in rugby. There's a time we used to beat the likes of Argentina easily. But the gap is narrow within Africa, especially from those some of those Arab-dominated countries. Just a few years ago, they didn't invest much in women football. But now things have changed. So if we don't lift our standards, we may find ourselves becoming just something else from what we have been used to. But wish them all the best. I still believe that it's possible. Tunisia did not show, as much as I say they were technically, they are well groomed, but I still believe that there's a chance for Kenya if they get their house in order. There's a chance for Kenya. Go there and fight bravely. Beldino, Demba, and the charges. We believe you will still be in the dugout. It's too short to change a technical bench within 48 hours to a match. So I hope she'll be on the dugout to lead the girls in that match. And of course, that's a top story. We'll be staying on. So keep it, our bulletins, radio, TV, digital, and we'll keep you abreast of the developments in the Starlet squad. And of course, we want to take a brief commercial break and come back in the second hour. But before we do that, to the question of the day, we are asking what you think Shujaa must change to avoid falling to the relegation axe. What do you think Shujaa must do differently to avoid falling to the relegation axe? When we return, we'll sample your feedback and also sample what's going in the EPL as well as Steve Shitera's Bundesliga. Stay tuned. This is Sporty Monday.